Hi, Weather Joey here with your bottom of the South Island weather recap and forecast. Going out on Saturday, February 15th, 2025 for the south of Vancouver Island, our little corner of the world, a beautiful little corner of the world. Before I get into the forecast and the recap, I'd like to take this opportunity, as always, to thank and acknowledge the First Nations of this land, the First Peoples from North Saanich out to Sooke and beyond, across this beautiful land, Turtle Island. Thank you for allowing us to live, work, and play on your beautiful traditional territories. We will try to remember that we are guests here, and that First Nations ancestors and people have been here forever. And we are just short-term little guests here, but we thank you very much for allowing us to be here. Looking back over this past week, so we're in February 2025 for you out in the future. We're just come out of the coldest first half of February on record. Well, let me rewind that a bit. One of the coldest first half on record for the past 80 years. The other one was in 2019. Very similar cold temperature. I haven't compared them exactly, but very similar sort of 2 weeks. Snowy, cold snaps, almost deep freeze. Just coming out of that. All of that was brought to you. We talked about this in the last forecast. So this is kind of going over people in the future if you're looking back on records. This whole cold spell was kind of brought to us courtesy of high pressure up in the Gulf of Alaska here. This brought a northerly flow down the coast at times. It had marine moisture in it, lots of low cloud. At times it kind of stretched over. This past week, it did exactly that. It shifted over the coast, over into the interior, and brought drier air down. If you look, a lot of clear skies for, let's see, Tuesday I think was the 11th, Wednesday the 12th, that sort of time frame. Outflows, dry air, cold down to snow, cold snap territory. Lows below -5 overnight. I think Abbotsford even got to -10 down the valley. Some outflows out here. So as we got into Thursday, which is the 13th, and Friday the 14th, this started to dissipate, and what we've seen is a storm track starting to arrive from the west-southwest, a whole different pattern coming down the line. This started on Thursday, Friday with the first storm coming in towards the Pacific Northwest. Now this missed us to the south. We got a little bit of cloud, couple little showers, little flurries here and there, but nothing really. It was the west coast of the U.S. that got hit hard with that. Lots of snow up in the mountains here, lots of rain all the way down to Southern California, tons of rain down there. So happy to get rain, but probably too much rain. I heard about floods down there. So hopefully everyone down there is okay, and actually hopefully everyone in this country is. That's a whole nother thing. Anyway, so west-southwest storm track, that was Thursday and Friday, that storm. That kind of moved on. And in behind on Friday, we got a little bit of high pressure built in here. It started to push that storm out. Skies cleared out for us a little bit on Friday. That was yesterday. Today, we're seeing a second system come in. Now this is a new system up into the Gulf of Alaska. This is bringing a front in from the west-southwest, hitting us today and lingering around with this wet westerly flow. As the trough lingers over the coast for Sunday tomorrow, which is the 16th. So we're rain off and on today and into tomorrow. Same sort of storm track here, but we're going to see a little ridge of high pressure build in on Monday, drying things out for Monday and for Tuesday before the next system. So this is for all you plants and animals and things out there. We got rain today, this weekend, a little bit of drying. Temperatures with this one are still quite cool. So we're sourcing cool air, lots of snow for the hills. Nothing down low, but the snow level's still quite low. And the system we're watching coming in for later Tuesday into Wednesday looks like a punchy little one. Looks like Tuesday night, strong winds, rain starting up overnight. Through Wednesday, still quite cool this one. So more snow up in the hills, reaching fairly low down, but not to anywhere near sea level. That passes through another ridge, moving through on just a weak one on Thursday, should be drying things out. Now, as we get into Friday, we're going to see that the next system coming in takes a bit of a track up towards the Gulf of Alaska. And this is partly because we also see ridging building over the south. So they're going to start warming up back there or down there for early, nice spring. But that's going to steer things up towards the Panhandle, sourcing warmer air from this. Not exactly an atmospheric river, but that storm track's going to bring warmer systems, especially if they track up here at the bottom part. Warm tends to hit there. So Friday we're expecting freezing levels to rise with the next storm system. How high they go, we're not quite sure, but yeah, just rain's going to reach further up. Not as much snow in the Alpine, but we're gaining lots of snow in the Alpine, so it's looking good for spring melt. But this pattern looks like it'll continue into next weekend. Dry on Saturday, sort of that ridge front, dry, wet. Dry for Saturday, and then another system coming in for Sunday, Monday, and we'll just we'll see how it goes. We'll see if this ridge holds down here and if this whole pattern continues this way. But no real signs of spring yet. Usually we'd wait for something to come up here as far as warm, high pressure. But now we're into stormy winter weather again after that little cold snap. Anyway, I hope you guys did okay out there in that cold. It's nothing too unusual, but I find it unpleasant. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I guess it's part of life. Anyway, I hope this helps out my little bit to you in the future. I hope you're doing well and treating each other and looking back on us with fondness. And as I said, I hope it helps out, and as always, may the forecast be with you.